Welcome, YouTubers. I worked on this project for a week, and it is my top favorite Kylie Minogue songs from her studio albums. It's not going to include any unreleased tracks or anything like that. I am going to include songs she's done with other artists, but I'll do that at the end of the video. I also want to say that I have relapsed with my cold virus. I'm feverish now, sneezing again nonstop, congestion, sinus, drainage. Yeah, that's the deepening of my voice because there's just a lot of drainage going on. My husband got sick again, but he works in a cold environment. He works at a food factory. So in the winter months, it's, you know, we keep passing stuff to each other. So I may have to pause the video here and there for that purposes, but let's go ahead and get started. And I'm going to start with her debut album, released July of 1988. Now I heard it was released in '87, but in the United States it was 1988. I'm going to name my top favorite songs from this album, and it's one of them is "It's No Secret," and I bought the Ultimate Kylie DVD along with the Ultimate Kylie CD back when it was first released to record stores. So I've seen all of her early videos all the way up to Chocolate. That's the last video on that collection. So that was up until 2003. And I've seen the rest of her videos like on YouTube. Here, some of them here and there. But I love It's No Secret, the music video. And so now I just love the song. I Should Be So Lucky, Turn It Into Love, which was a massive hit for her in Japan. Look My Way, that's towards the end of the album. I really love that track. And Got to Be Certain. Now the entire album itself is packed full of hits. Practically the entire album it's fantastic from the beginning to the ending of the CD of the album. So I love every song, but I have to narrow it down to, you know, my top favorites. Otherwise I'd be naming the whole entire album. So very good work. Kylie was working with Stock, Aitken, and Waterman, and they created Pete Waterman created the PWL label. So she was on Mushroom Records, but also PWL. So, a great record. Next is going to be her second album, and that is Enjoy Yourself. It was released in 1989 in October. My favorite tracks, top tracks from this album, is Hand on Your Heart, Wouldn't Change a Thing, Never Too Late. Love the music videos for this album, by the way. Enjoy Yourself, the title track, and Tears on My Pillow, which was used to promote her film The Delinquents with Charlie Schlatter. I don't know if I pronounced his name right, but he was an American actor known for some TV roles and stuff like that. I thought that Charlie in the movie looked like Joe McIntyre from New Kids on the Block. I don't know if you guys noticed that likeness, but I did. The next album on the list is Rhythm of Love, and my favorite tracks from this is Rhythm of Love. For those of you that are Madonna fans, know that she co-wrote this song and Count the Days on this album with none other than Stephen Bray, who came up in the pop world with Madonna. So I think that's incredibly awesome. Kylie picked up on wanting Stephen Bray to come in. This was a time where she didn't want to work with just Stock, Aitken, and Waterman. She wanted to have more control over her music, and so there was some, you know, pressure there between her and PWL. But she, you know, co-wrote some songs on this album. That's very cool. I mean, I really love this album, start to finish. So Next favorite track on here is Shocked, What Do I Have to Do, Step Back in Time, and Things Can Only Get Better. Those are my favorite tracks, top tracks from Rhythm of Love. Forgot to give you the release date of this album, November of 1990. My top tracks from Let's Get To It, released in October of 1991, are The Word Is Out. I remember hearing that. I may have heard it like on a Greatest Hits collection. Very 90s, and I love that sound so much. Do You Dare? Now, and it's the NRG version. This is the re-release by PWL, so it has like the bonus tracks, and Do You Dare is on there, as well as some other ones. My next favorite track on here is Give Me Just a Little More Time, which was a remake, and Finer Feelings, and I Guess I Like It Like That, and Too Much of a Good Thing. My top tracks from Kylie Minogue. This is from her Deconstruction days. This was released in September of 1994. And my favorite tracks on this is Confide in Me, Put Yourself in My Place, and the album version of Where Is the Feeling. I also like Automatic Love. So, not too many fans cared for Kylie getting very experimental, but I really do like when an artist goes deeper and experiments and gets personal. So, my favorite tracks from this album. Moving on to the next. My top tracks from Impossible Princess, my favorite album of her Deconstruction era. I also read behind me in this book The Complete Kylie. This was released in March of 1998. Around the same time, another pop icon goddess released one of her masterworks of her career, and that's Madonna's Ray of Light. So I'll read that to you sometime. It's very fascinating, and some more information surrounding this era. But I want to name off my top tracks from this incredible, groundbreaking experimental work by Kylie. My favorite song from the album is evidently Cowboy Style. Just absolutely fell in love with it upon first listen, and I picked this up in 2002, you know, after the Kylie Fever swept the USA with the Fever album. So I started buying her stuff on eBay, and I fell in love with this album. So Cowboy Style, Limbo, Breathe, Too Far, and Did It Again are my top favorite tracks from this album. This is amazing work from Kylie, and if you haven't heard it, do yourself a favor and pick up Impossible Princess, because it is totally unique from the rest of her work. My top tracks from Kylie's comeback album, Light Years. Her Deconstruction era was not popular amongst Kylie fans, had poor sales and chart positions, but that was not the case with Light Years. And I absolutely fell in love with the cover of the CD when I first saw it, when I was searching for it to buy on eBay back in the year 2002. And so I picked this up 2 years after its release. It was released on September of 2000. My favorite tracks, my top tracks from this album are On a Night Like This, Butterfly. I absolutely fell in love with that song. It was later included on the US CD album Fever. Light Years is another favorite track. Spinning Around, Your Disco Needs You, Kids, Please Stay, and Love Boat. Those are my favorite tracks from Kylie's comeback as a disco diva, as a disco queen. The album Light Years. My top tracks from Kylie's Fever album. This is the one that gave me Kylie fever and gained her my audience, and I just never stopped loving and collecting Kylie since the release of this album on October of 2001. And my top tracks from this album are Can't Get You Out of My Head. Absolutely love the music video. So futuristic, so cool even to this day, and the song is incredible. The music combined with the imagery from the music videos from this album are just simply out of this world. Absolutely love it. So futuristic, still is today. In Your Eyes is absolutely sensual. Love her costuming. Just love that video. Love the song. It's just heaven to my ears. Love at First Sight. Burning Up, which is also a song that Madonna did on her debut album. Come Into My World. Fever. And More, More, More. And then there was 2 bonus tracks on this US copy. You had to let the CD play for a while, and then 2 tracks came on, which was Butterfly, which was not, that album, Light Years, wasn't released in the United States, so we got Butterfly, which I fell in love with, because I had it on Light Years, but it was so cool they included it on this, because this is the first time I heard Butterfly before getting Light Years. So Butterfly and Boy, I love those songs, the song Boy and Butterfly. Absolutely amazing album from Kylie. Loved her look, loved her style. Just, you know, this album gave me Kylie fever. Body Language, November of 2003. My top tracks from this album are Slow, Secret, Take You Home, Red-Blooded Woman, Chocolate, and Obsession. Kylie X album, released November of 2007, and my favorite tracks from this album are Like a Drug, In My Arms, Stars, Sensitized, Speakerphone, The One, All I See, Wow, and No More Rain, New Diddy, and the last song I love from this album, Two Hearts. Now you can see this is one of my ultimate favorite Kylie albums because of how many tracks that I love from Kylie X. Aphrodite, released in 2010, and my top tracks from this album are Get Out of My Way, Closer, Everything is Beautiful, Illusion, Looking for an Angel, Aphrodite, Put Your Hands Up If You Feel Love, All the Lovers, and there was a iTunes bonus track for the digital album, and that's Mighty Rivers. You can tell I absolutely love Aphrodite. It is tied with the Kylie X album. Just incredible music. Love the Aphrodite look, because Kylie is our goddess of love. The tour that accompanied this album was stunning. The Abbey Road Sessions, which was released in 2012, which was K25. That's what Kylie was celebrating. My top tracks from the sessions is Flower, Finer Feelings, Come Into My World, Can't Get You Out of My Head, On a Night Like This, and I Believe in You. Kiss Me Once was released March 2014, and my top tracks from this album are Into the Blue, Sexercise, Million Miles, Lily Sex, and I Was Gonna Cancel. The accompanying tour to this, Kiss Me Once, that tour is so awesome. It's right up there with the Fever tour and Aphrodite as being one of my favorite tours. for Kylie's current album released on January of 2018. My top tracks from this album are Dancing, Raining Glitter, Music's Too Sad Without You, Golden, and Radio On, and Sincerely Yours. Those are my top tracks from Golden. She definitely took a new style with Golden. I watched a documentary thing about Kylie turning 50, because she was born in 1968, and what I think is so cool about that is that she's exactly 10 years younger than Madonna, being that Madonna was born in August of 1958. Kylie's a Gemini, Madonna is a Leo. But exactly 10 years difference. And so they were talking about Kylie being 50. It was either a British or Australian program, and they were kind of going through her career. And they were talking about how country artists were kind of breaking through in Australia, and maybe that's why Kylie kind of went to Nashville for the Nashville sound. But it's still very pop and dance influenced, with a tinge of country mixed into the mix of the album. There's a lot of I've heard some current country, and I guess because of Taylor Swift, it's kind of more poppy, and it has a lot of snaps and claps in the way that new country sounds. Very fortunately, Kylie doesn't have the snaps and claps. Thank God. She has her own unique style with the Golden album, and I really love her current album, being that it's been out a year, or pretty close to a year, because it was released January the 19th of 2018. So you heard my top tracks from Golden, and fantastic album. She did go on a tour in North America, but it was very limited, and I couldn't see her. So sadly, I've never seen Kylie live, but I'm hoping sometime in the near future I will. Hope that you enjoyed my top songs from Kylie's studio albums. Now, I did tell you that I'm going to name some favorite tracks of Kylie's that she's done with other artists, and actually there's a song that she did too, but I don't think it was on any album, so I kind of lied. This is a unreleased track, but I think it was released as a single. I love the music video. It was one of my mom's and my favorite newer songs that she released, and that's Time Bomb. I absolutely love the video for it, and the song is just amazing. She released 2 new tracks for Ultimate Kylie, and one of those tracks that I really love the music video to. In the music video, she kind of reminds me of Angelina Jolie because of the hairstyle. Also, Madonna kind of covered that look that Kylie had in this video. The song is called Giving You Up. Actually, I really love that song. So the video, she has her hair pulled back with a little hairband, and she's wearing black. It makes me think of Madonna's clothing and hairstyle for the opening of MDNA tour. Believe it or not, I don't know why, but it does make me think of that. Which Madonna did that later. Giving You Up was, the video was recorded years prior to Madonna's MDNA tour. The second song that was new for the Ultimate Kylie is I Believe in You, and I absolutely love the music video and that song. Celebration, a song that was recorded, re-recorded. It was another song that was really popular in the late, I want to say the late 70s, early 80s. I absolutely love the song Higher by, I don't know if I'm going to like butcher this guy's name, but I think it's Tao Cruz featuring Kylie. Absolutely love that music video and the song Higher. I would love to have that single. Right Here, Right Now, which is not the song that's on Rhythm of Love or Let's Get To It. I forget which album that's on. It's not that song. This one's a Giorgio Moroder song featuring Kylie. Absolutely love that. So those are my favorite tracks that she's done with other artists, that she's released on Ultimate Kylie, and the Time Bomb song, the single. I don't know what it was a session from. If Kylie fans know, you can leave me some info down below. Thank you for tuning in and checking out my top tracks from Kylie's studio albums. And until next time, I'll see you later. In the comments, you can discuss your favorite Kylie tracks. See you next time.